Peace, peace, beloved. You know how we do, man. Sitting out here, hit that up right there. You know what I mean? Peace. I'm out here chilling, you know what I mean? Early morning vibes and all that. Been wanting to go live for a little while, but you know, a lot of things been going on. But you know how I do, you know what I mean? First, I'd like to speak on my post this morning, about, the spirit and how we tend to say something came over my spirit, or, bad spirit got in me, or good spirit. Once you realize that you are the spirit that occupies the physical body, you're not the physical body. You are the spirit within. The life that, God blew into man, woman, that's the spirit of God. That's the God within you. But if you don't see yourself as occupying that space within, and you consider yourself to be the body on the outside, and then, there's a vacancy on the inside where your spirit should be, and that means some other spirit can come into you and take control of you, possess you, because you're not in full possession of yourself. Well, that's the lost knowledge of himself. Does not know who he is. Doesn't recognize himself as being the spirit. Understand? So, if you're living on a physical realm and you can't feel or recognize the spiritual realm, then yeah, you probably can be possessed. I know myself, I like to speak of my personal life experiences. Like I said before, I've OD'd. And in some of these instances, I'm gonna speak on it, fuck it, you know what I mean? In my space, if you will, during my overdose, when I started to wake up, I was a little, drowsy, going in and out. But during that time, okay, I felt the energy, we'll say that was pulling me, like, it was like, go this way with my thoughts or my spirit. It was trying to pull me in a direction that I just felt as though wasn't the place to go. It was like, I felt as though it was trying to take me away from reality. You know what I mean? Or this world, okay? Just be blunt with it. Like, because initially I came out my slumber and I thought I was in South Jersey, yet I was in Patterson. And it took me a minute to realize, this ain't fucking Route 42. And then I realized, I'm okay. I know where I'm at. I'm in Patterson. Holy shit. And like I said, I'm trying to regain consciousness and come back to reality. At the same time, I'm being pulled. Like, the energy was telling me to give it my attention, and I was resisting focusing in that direction, but yet I was focusing on my reality. I'm in Patterson, 10th Ave. Like, bring it back to 10th Ave. Stay here. Don't go over there. Okay, so once I gathered myself a little bit, I felt as though I had control. I drove, right? I said, now, okay. I felt more comfortable, because, I was going through something. So I went to the old neighborhood, and I parked the old block, and I got out and I went and sat on my old porch. And it was like, I sat there because I've always felt like, we say we got guardian angels out here. So I sat on the porch of my aunt, because she passed, and I feel as though I had a very, very strong relationship with her, and she guides me and protects me. So I went there and tried to gather myself. Then I realized I needed some water. to bring myself, up far. So I did all that, and I felt as though I was comfortable after maybe about an hour or so of sitting on the porch. Then I drove the car again, and this is when I was door dashing. So I ended up on a dash that took me up near Ramapo. Now mind you, Ramapo was real wooded, a lot of wooded areas, deers and shit be running across the road and all that. So I'm up there, and as I'm driving, there was an energy that came over me again. I'm gonna tell you what this energy was, right? But it was pulling me, telling me, it was like a conflict going on within myself where I was thinking like, yo, this damn demon is trying to snatch me right now. You know what I mean? I gotta resist it. I gotta resist and stay focused. So long story short, I resisted and made it through that. Later that evening, morning, whatever you want to call it, was dark outside. Another trip dash up to Montclair State. So dropped the package off to the boys at the dorm, and as I'm leaving, I pass out. I didn't, recognize I passed out, but I passed out, and the only way I know is because somebody came and knocked on the window and woke me up. Now mind you, I'm not high. This is maybe about 9-10 hours later from when I did get high, but I pass out, and I'm behind the wheel. Somebody taps on the window, wake me up. Told me I've been sitting there for like 15 minutes. They're checking on me. I said, oh shit, okay. Try to get it together. Open the window this time, because I got to get out of Montclair and get back to Patterson. So I may have drove maybe about, I'm gonna lie and say 100 yards, right? And it happens again. This time, security guard woke me up. And now, I'm like, hold up. I just went through this shit. I did it again. So I'm at the college now. It's a lot of hills and curves and stuff to get up out of there. Then I gotta get on the highway. And I'm like, holy shit. If I'm just having these sporadic pass outs, maybe I don't want to drive. So I was really freaked out and scared. Okay, keep it 100. I was scared to death. Like, yo, if I drive and pass out on one of these hills, I'm gonna go off the cliff or something. Or, so called my mom's, explained to her what was happening to me. So she prayed with me and everything. But we just wanted to rectify the situation. And of course, Mom was like, yeah, you on that shit again. You on that shit. And I'm like, Ma, I haven't been high. She said, well, when the last time you went to sleep? Oh shit. When the last time you ate? Oh shit. So all these factors was, weighing in. And here it was. I prayed, and I knew what I had to do was maintain focus. Honestly, keep God in mind, keep God up front. You know what I mean? And so I had the time, and me had to shine. I couldn't be the physical. So I drove totally aware of everything, and speed limit, all that shit. Didn't let my mind wander and drift, because I noticed that when I let my mind wander and drift, those were the times I passed out. So I had to keep a strong head, We made it back and went, got me something to eat and took a nap and all that. But I say that to say that, that negative energy, if you're not going to occupy that space within you, that spiritual being, and recognize that as being who you are, and you're only going to live in a material world and only see things on face value, then you leave that vacancy within for any spirit to come overtake you. Because as an addict, I could tell you, I've done some things that is not becoming of me, right? A lot of you people know. Some of you guys were victims. Some of you guys know people that I victimized. And it wasn't me. I was vacant. And I allowed these different demons to come within me and take control. of me and had me robbing and stealing and doing all types of foolishness, yeah, I was out of myself. At any time, we like to say that people drink spirits, alcohol, and you can see the spiritual change in a person. Well, all that stuff do that. Drugs, alcohol, all that. Anything that changes your fucking thinking process, you have been taken over by something else, a spirit. So occupy your spirit full time. Be your spirit full time. Know who you are at all times. Because once you slip up and get on this physical realm and leave that thing vacant, all types of different entities come within. Some people have used drugs or alcohol or just haven't used them things but had nervous breakdowns or whatever. Wasn't focused and got possessed and the demon never left them. I know brothers still walking around here thinking it's 1983. Some people got slipped Mickeys, fucked up their occupancy, and now they're walking dead. You see it all the time. When you see the zombie world or all that, that's true. That the brothers is possessed. Wow, I got so many of these stories. Being that I moved out of Patterson, right? It's giving me the time to view things differently from the outside looking in. Because when I was inside, I didn't see the demons. There was a time I rode down Broadway, right past the BP. You know what it looks like at the BP, and across the street by the liquor store on Broadway. And what is Bob? It's like I saw ghouls and goblins. I saw some faces and people, but I didn't see their faces. I saw them as if they were wearing masks or something. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, people I knew was looking like I could see their spirits. I don't know, I'm gonna say it. I don't think everybody know her as Bling Bling, but Bling Bling. I saw her, and she looked at like, I know Bling Bling personally, but the individual that I saw was different. Like, I could see her possession. You know what I mean? Another brother was standing on the corner singing in a whole another world, spinning around and stuff, looking in the sky. Another brother I knew, and he had been there for me about 4 hours because I went past him several times, standing in that same spot in his possession. So I say that to say, man, stay focused, keep God first in your head, man. Stay focused. Every day is a new day, so you can do that right now. Stay focused. And out here in this world, bro, got to enjoy life, man. And all this stemmed from my thought this morning. I woke up and the energy came over me. Whereas I got upset over something. Then I had to recoup and like, oh, there's no way in the world something outside of me can control how I feel. What somebody did or somebody said shouldn't have no impact on me. Because if I'm going to worry about that, that's some physical shit. That's this right here, the outside. If I'm the king, which is on the inside, that shit don't matter. Bills don't matter. Death don't matter. Because I live forever because I'm infinite. I am the God. I am the King. I am the Lord and Savior of myself. How do I save myself? Recognizing self, first off. Must recognize self. Don't give nobody else your power. You are the King. And that's what we got to do as a people to change the way of the world. Recognize who we are and move as that. Don't get caught up in the Trump dramatics. media dramatics. Stay in control. Peace.